passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. It's been a great day of football to begin the season, and now it's time for our main event. We're off on Sunday night. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st and 10 from the 41. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
We put some air under this one, deep right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Such an incredible amount of promise in this man, and a lot of signs of hope since he went near the top of the draft this spring. We knew he was always going to get the start in his first career game, and this is the first step to beginning a new era for this franchise. And also that chip on his shoulder to prove that he should have been the #1 pick.
That one vehemently swatted away, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's May. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Rush coming for May. Throw complete to Williams. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. On play action, here's May. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, right at the 25 to end that return. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Able to find Nakua here. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. That's the end of the first quarter, and our first... Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Stafford now against the blitz. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's taken in by Cup. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Now Stafford again. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now it's a bootleg for him. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Sly's kick is up and good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Stafford from the gun. Cutting in the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Rams, looking at 2nd and 1. Back to throw here, Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
3rd and goal, it's Stafford. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Such a promising drive and just a couple snaps ago, but now back-to-back sacks, drop backwards, and this field goal, well, it's not a gimme anymore. Gotta hope you can knock it through and salvage some points out of a series that went so wrong.
On comes Joshua Carty in the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Sly's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point gain.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And leading just 7-3 might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A final throw before the break. Completes this one to Kraft. So we're at halftime in our debut Sunday night contest of the year. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the 2nd half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Chased out to his right. He's running with it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Still has some space inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll take this at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Running for the marker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
They take the handoff now, Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Cup on the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for first down. To throw, Stafford. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Going the other way, Lions have it!
Yeah, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. This time. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Going play action, May. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
May now on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Trying to throw for it with May. He connects downfield on 4. And in for the Detroit touchdown. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it's... Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On first down, here's Stafford. Got Williams, and it's complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Stafford now on first down. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
May on 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Rams hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Rams are going to have a first down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're set up at the 35 now. Now Stafford again. Throw finds DeMarcus Robinson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. They connect on the deep shot. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that gives the Lions the first. A give left side for Gibbs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another one for Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's May to the air. He's on the move. He's running for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make.
business. It's highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights that come with a...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's divisional round in the NFC playoffs. It's the Buccaneers and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
The give for the first time to Rachaad White. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jared Verse on the tackle. 8. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Godwin, the man in motion left. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, his 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. On play action, here's May. Buying some oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now May on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Detroit. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their 2nd drive coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a 2nd time. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
One of the tight ends motioning right. Baker now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's brought down for a loss. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Mayfield to throw again. Forced out. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Lions, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Lions will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2 yards on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They're set up at the 35 now. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down throw for May. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Going play action, May. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. That brings us to the... In the Motor City, the Lions pushing for a score before the break. To the air on first down, May. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
May on first and 10. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Rashad White on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Mayfield on first and 10.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Pressure coming, Baker. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Operating from the gun, here's May. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. From the gun, it's May. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. It's a design boot. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air yet again, May. Rolling, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again following the sack. Connects on the crosser.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And the Buccaneers clogging up the throwing lanes. We got 6 DBs out there. Third down. That's caught at the 4. And in for the Detroit touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's White on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, some adjustments in store, no doubt about that. They're headed to the locker room trailing as he kneels to end this first half. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it's going to be second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
May trying again here on second. He rolls to his right. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Second and 3. Catch made over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Into a crowd, and intercepted! And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Gibbs. Crosses midfield, still going. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Finds his man, it's Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Rolling out to his left. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Lions piling onto this lead.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Jalen Carter. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Once again, Irving. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
The Buccaneers first down.
Right back to Irving now. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Evans, the motion man here. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Got his target, it's Otten. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Mayfield now, blitz coming. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
They did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Play action on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to work his way up to the 19. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
That's caught for the 1st. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
That's good for the Lions.
Throwing is May. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
A handoff for Williams, running left. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's another Lions.
Going play action, May. Flushed out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Got a man, it's Thomas. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 4-yard line.
Here's May to the air. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Lions keep running away with this. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's White on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Baker out of the pistol. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Buccaneers hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Mayfield with a blitz coming. McMillan hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Baker. This one's taken in by Otten. And they bring him down around the 34. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Baker throwing again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Lions get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
As the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. All right, one more snap to play here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown and knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years old. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
That's how I be happening. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother near. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weeks since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it on for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartment. Stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the New Orleans. Real shiny. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling, code 304. She don't want a 16, renegade on the make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'm asleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no randomness. The sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shiny. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, squinting. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse first. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shiny. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shiny. Like the women know you. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Now what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, but my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking's only slowing us down. Do you believe in love at first sight? Or should I walk on by again? 'Cause I don't know if I could survive. You took all my oxygen. She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, so it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say
She
less.
said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips till it's talking. baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, Young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy.
I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Hit the stage, turn the people into family.
AMC, playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his